When the Minnesota Timberwolves traded for center Rudy Gobert this offseason, many outsiders claimed that Anthony Edwards could end up being Minnesota's third most important player. Gobert was viewed as one of the most impactful defenders and rim protectors of this era. Karl-Anthony Towns is one of the best shooting big men of all time and a three-time All-Star, and Anthony Edwards is only 21 years old. However, Gobert has been a pretty big disappointment, looking completely different than he did in his time in Utah. On top of that, Towns has missed 31 of the team's 52 games, and when on the floor has been a little bit below his typical level, averaging 21 points and shooting only 33% from three. Despite those problems at the top, the Wolves are thriving at 5th place in the Western Conference and winning 7 of their last 10. This has been the case because Edwards has put the team on his back, showcasing that he is the best player on this team at only 21 years old. He is having the best season of his young career and has been absolutely dominant over the last 2 weeks, making a strong case to make his first All-Star game. To get an understanding of how the player known as Ant-Man became the Wolves' best player and to see how dominant he's been as of late, let's look at his career and season so far. Before we get into Edwards' rise to stardom, if you enjoy my content and have watched a few videos of mine, think about subscribing. 96% of my viewers are actually not subscribed, so if you've watched me before and enjoy the content, drop a sub and comment down below. It really helps the channel. Let's start with Edwards' rookie season. He was selected with the first overall pick in the 2020 draft out of Georgia, so it's fair to say he had some high expectations coming in. He did struggle early on in his rookie season, but really picked it up over the back half. For the season, he finished with averages of 19 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal per game. That was good enough for him to finish second in Rookie of the Year voting, behind only LaMelo Ball, though many still say the award should have gone to Ant. It was a promising rookie campaign for him, displaying a natural scoring ability and talent that looked likely to lead to many All-Star appearances in his future. His sophomore season was one that saw some slight improvement from him. The Timberwolves made a surprising playoff appearance, getting in through the play-in game. Very few had expected them to be that high in the standings at the end of the season, but through a very high-powered offense, they ended up being a solid team. For the season, Edwards averaged 21 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal and a half per game, taking jumps in basically every category. The biggest problem for him in his rookie season was also his efficiency, but he bumped his effective field goal percentage from 49 to 53% in his sophomore season. He averaged 25 points per game against the Grizzlies in the first round of the playoffs, outperforming an inconsistent Karl Towns in the series, and proving that he wasn't scared of the big stage. Now let's talk about this season. Anthony Edwards has been phenomenal, and looks like one of the league's best scorers already. For the year, he's putting up 25 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals per game. The numbers are up in every category once again, and he's shooting a career-high 38% from 3. Adding a reliable three-point jumper to his athleticism and ability to get to the rim makes Ant extremely dangerous and difficult for the opposition to stop. He is seemingly the sole reason for Minnesota staying afloat, despite disappointing production from Gobert and Towns. To be fair, D'Angelo Russell is quietly having a nice season, but Edwards is clearly the guy in Minnesota right now. Now let's shift the focus to the last 5 games, where he has gone from great to seemingly unstoppable. Over that stretch, he is putting up 34 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and is shooting over 50% from three-point range. The team won 4 out of those 5 games, and he is helping to lead the Timberwolves to the playoffs for the second straight year. Anthony Edwards came into the league with a lot of pressure and expectations, but he might be even better than people expected when he went number 1. He has already become Minnesota's best player at only 21 years old, despite playing with 2 multi-time All-Star big men. He deserves to make the All-Star game this season, but could be brutally snubbed because he is only eligible at guard, where the West is very deep. However, hopefully he gets in, because he has been dominant this season and has put the team on his back. For long stretches early in the year, Minnesota hung below the play-in game, but have risen all the way to the 5th seed due to Ant's recent heroics. He's a 25 point per game scorer and feels capable of going for 30 or even 40 on any given night. He continues to get hotter as the season goes along, and if your team is playing Minnesota, watch out, because Edwards looks unstoppable right now. Thanks for watching. I'm Herm. Have a good one.